Hi everyone, this is a problem solver here, and today we are going to talk about one of the problems that you can face in the high-tech companies, something like Google, Amazon, and Facebook. And this problem is called array permutations. And this problem, it is based on a very famous algorithm which is called recursive algorithms. And this is a very typical recursive problem that you can find different forms of this problem in the coding interview. And today we are going to practice one of them. We can practice the array permutation together, and let's see how can we solve it. So the problem here, you can find it in lead code as usual and under name permutations. And it is saying that you have an array of numbers, of unique numbers, and we need to generate all permutations, all possible permutations for that array. So for example, here we have 1, 2, 3, and we need to generate 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. And as you see here, this is how you can also solve the problem if you can analyze the problem correctly. So we try to fix one element in one place, and then we try all out. Like in the second iteration, we tried all different numbers in the next positions. So let me try to describe for you a very good solution. I see it's very easy, like, to implement, and even to describe and discuss with your interviewer. So we have 1, 2, 3. This is my array, and like if you have a locker and you want to unlock your locker, so you put 1 and then you try out all different numbers like 2, 3, and then you try 1, then it didn't open, so you try 3 and 2, and so on and so on. So you try, okay, 1 doesn't work as a first position, so we try with 2 as a first position, and then we try all numbers. So I have 1, then 3, I have 3, then 1. And even in the locker, it's more complex, so you can repeat numbers. So in the locker, you can make it like this. So you can write 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, and so on. So in the locker problem, it's more complex. And if you want me like to solve this problem for you guys, please write me a comment like we need to solve the locker problem. And yeah, for our problem now, it's easier as I see. So you have 1 as a first position, and for the first position we don't go forward. Like for each start index, we try all different position for that index. So if we have index 0, we try out all indexes from 0 to that 1, which is 0. So we try only one position. If we have index of 1, we try out all positions for that index in my array. So we try out 0 and 1. And if we have index 2, we try out all position for index 2, which is 0 and 1 and 2. And each time we generate this array, and we in the next recursive call, we try out all positions for the next element. So for that one, we start with the first index, which is 1. So we put 1 in index 0, and as long as we can go forward with 1, so we start out to try with index 2. Index 2, we start with it, so it will be something like 2, 1, and nothing. Then we try out, of course, my input for the next iteration or for the next recursive call is the previous arrays that I already created. So I added 2 to the first position for my index, and then I try to put 2 in the second position, in the second index for my array, so it will be something like this. So now I created two arrays, then I Then I go for the next recursive call, so I try 3. So 3 in the first position for that array. So now I have 2 arrays, so I start with that one. So I try with 3 in the first position, then 2 and 1, 3 in the second position, so it will be 2, 3 and 1, then 3 in the last position, so it will be 2, 1 and 3. Then we try out for the next array. It will be like this. So it will be 1, sorry, it will be 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, and last thing will be 1, 2, 3. So now I generated all permutations for my array, and as you see they are 6, the same like the solution provided by LeetCode. And now let's jump to write the code for this. So now for my Visual Studio Code, I have my permute function that takes array of integers and it returns array list of integers. So now we need to build my result that I'm going to return. So I have result equal array list, and I need to return this one at the end. And in between I need to prepare my recursive function that it will take care of each position, like to start with position 0 and try out all different with index 0, the element in index 0, and we try out all position for that element, and so on and so on and so on for the next indices. So it will be permute, and it will take my numbers array, it will take my result array list, and it will take an empty array, like to add the elements on. It will be new array list, and it will start with index 0. This is my function. Let's write my function here. I have a private void permute, and it is void because I don't want to return something. I will append in my result array list all the different possibilities and all different permutations. So it will be like this. It has numbers, and we can copy this, the result, and we have list of integer, call it temporary array list, and starting index. And this is basically my function that will try out all permutations. And for any recursive function, you need to think about what is the stopping condition. So I will put it at the end. So I have to do my stopping condition, and return. Then I will start now to copy my temporary array in a new one to avoid any references in Java. So I have list of integer, I call it prefix, equal new array list that takes temporary array list. Then we start for int I equal 0, I less than or equal the index, and I plus plus. And this is very tricky part, that for index 0 I start from 0 to 0. For index 1 I start to put it in index 0 until 1, and 2 from 0, 1, 2, 3, it will be 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So it will only stop for that index. And here prefix dot add at position I because I want to try out all positions for that index, so it will be position I of numbers of index. I put it here. Then I move to the next recursive call that it will take care of the next element. So it will be permute that one, and here we pass the prefix and index plus plus, and as long as I try out all different positions, as long as I added this element in one position, I need to remove it to try out a new one without repeating that number. So prefix dot remove the element on I, and basically this will try out all the different permutations. And my stopping condition is easy. So if numbers dot length equal temporary array dot size, so now it is completed. It is 3 element as my example before. So it will be result dot add new array list, again to avoid references of temp. So I added my array here and return, so it doesn't continue. And this is basically my solution for array permutations. It's very easy. You can see the code is like 5 lines of code and a recursive call, and that's it. And yeah, you can like practice yourself on that problem on lead code. Please write me comments for like what you can see in my code. Do you have a different solution? Do you have a better solution for this problem or not? And of course, you can write me a comment if you want me to solve some new problems for you. And also, please share, like, subscribe for my channel so I can keep going solving problems. And I hope you enjoyed my video today, and see you in the next video. Bye.